Hey guys, doing my first video here about the puppy on a treadmill. I wanted to kind of follow up with a second. I want to kind of show how I got my puppies to use the treadmill, and this may not be for everyone, but this is how I managed to do it. At first, I started her off at about 7 months with putting her on the treadmill. She was very timid about it. She didn't want to be on it. But it seems as if once the belt starts rolling at about 1 mile an hour, they kind of pick it up. Not all dogs are like that, because I do have 2 that just won't do it. But and you never want to be forceful either. If they don't want to be on it, don't make them stay on it. It's bad for their paws and they can get hurt. So I just want to say that at first. But this is what I do with her, because she's still an on-leash treadmiller. I have a collar on here on her, and I make sure I can get 2 fingers in it and it's tight, but it's not so tight, or it's not so loose where it can slip over the top of her head here, if you can kind of see that. And I have her on a short lead, a nylon lead, and I got my treadmill ready. And the best thing I can do is just kind of show you what I do. So first, I kind of get her, I don't ever keep tension on a leash. Come on, Jam. I get her up on the treadmill, okay, and I stop her and make sure she's comfortable. So she's not bouncing around from left to right on the treadmill. She's not trying to run off the front of it. She's not scared. Although her tail is down, she's aware of where she is. She's not nervous, okay? She's almost ready to go. So I make sure I have my treadmill settings set to 2 miles an hour to start off with her, just because she has a little bit longer legs. She's gonna wanna, her stride is gonna be a lot faster than a speed 1. She might walk off the front of it. So let's just kind of get started here. And she'll take the audible sounds as a cue. She already understands that. And then as soon as she starts to kind of go off the back, she'll start to walk here. Okay, so this is, yeah, that was actually speed 1. So here's speed 2, this is where it should have been. Okay, and you can see there's no tension on my leash whatsoever. She keeps herself tracked in the center, and she's actually doing a lot better today, but see, she still forgets that she's on a moving belt. So what I like to do, I don't like to stand on the side. I like to go ahead and stand on the front here, centered, okay? I keep my tension off the leash, and I only apply tension on the leash when I see her getting close to the danger zone back there, which is, let's go ahead and try to demonstrate it here. And with her, this is her 3rd day of actual real treadmill training, but on the 2nd day, she liked to track to the left a lot. So what I would do, by standing up here in the front, I can kind of notice where she is left to right, like she's tracking over there. I can kind of guide her back over this way by kind of just giving her a gentle tension. You don't want to, it's not like you're on a walk where you're trying to correct like they're going the wrong way, because remember, they're on a moving machine, and if they fall off, they can get hurt and they can hurt their pads. So this is basically just, you know, it looks simple once they're kind of doing it, but really the biggest hurdle is getting them to, making sure that they're not going to walk off the back of it, and making sure your speed's not too high. Come on, Jam. Come on. Good girl. And when they start to kind of slow down like that, you want to, she responds to verbal, like, come on, let's go. She'll speed up a little bit. So it's really all there is to it, is just to make sure that they're centered and their track is correct on left or right. You don't want them starting to walk off the side of the treadmill, because they can get nervous and then they'll jump off, and then they'll associate a bad feeling with the treadmill. You always want to make sure you reinforce good feelings with the treadmill. You want to make sure that the experience is pleasant from start to finish. This way they don't associate any bad. So come on, Jam. So what I'm going to do, good girl, what I'm going to do is actually stop it now. So I still got my finger on the leash here. I'm going to hit stop. I'm not going to let her off until the treadmill belt is completely stopped, so she knows it's not okay. Good girl. Good girl. And then always positive reinforcement. Good girl. That's a good girl. Now if we could just put 5 more pounds on you, it'd be good. So yeah, always positive reinforcement. Always make it a good feeling. I'm not an expert in this. I'm only trying to tell you, I mean, guys that follow me know I'm a big car channel. But just from doing this and having as many dogs as I have, I can kind of speak with a little bit of authority in that I know what works and I know what doesn't work. Like I said, I have two dogs that have, you know, very different personalities that just, they don't like the treadmill. They don't want to be on it. They like to run outside, and that's fine. I got a big yard. We got the bikes. We go ahead and do that. But for the dogs that do enjoy it and that I think will benefit from it, there's no reason why you shouldn't start treadmill training your dog. And you don't need some crazy expensive treadmill. I believe I got this one for around $700 on Amazon, which to me was way too much money for what it is, because the computer and stuff on it's not the best, but it gets the job done. and we keep it maintained. So yeah, Gemma, you did good. You did good. You're a good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, she's doing great. And like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or not, but these puppies are all from the same litter. They started off as fosters. They're a little bit over 1 year old today. They were all very sick when we got them because they were taken away from their mother too soon and they had mange. So now we got all their hair back. They got clean bills of health, and now I'm just trying to get a little weight on them because she's still a little thin. I can still see some ribs here. I don't like that. But she's doing great. And yeah, guys, if you guys want to, get your dog, your puppy started on the treadmill, it's never too late to start. All I can do is stress to make sure that they have a positive experience from front to back. If they're a little timid starting off, it's okay to kind of keep them on the treadmill a little bit just to kind of get their legs moving. If their legs don't want to move and they lock up, seek professional guidance. Talk to a professional. You don't want to sit there and force them to stay on it. It's never a good thing. I've heard horror stories, and I don't even want to imagine what you're doing to your puppy's feet, because the track on this treadmill is not the smoothest thing in the world, so you can really do some damage. So anyway, guys, that's how I got her started. She's ready to go again, and let's go ahead and end the video on a good note here. Come on, Gem, let's go. Get down. And if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, also pipe them down below. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for your subscription and your thumbs up, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.